Hi, this is Chandrasekhar Prabhu once again. We discussed how RERA does not cover 98% of the population. We also discussed in one of our posts that those few whom the RERA covers and is supposed to protect have major problems in the implementation of the RERA. So, where does the slum dweller go? Where does the tenant of old and dilapidated building go? Where does the cooperative housing societies on private lands go? Where do the members of the cooperative housing societies on lands allotted by the government go? Where do the residents of Mada colony go? Because none of the redevelopment schemes are covered or are protected by RERA. The only option that is there before them is the Consumer Act. The Consumer Act has been amended time and again, and at least the Consumer Act is supposed to protect these residents because they are the consumers. They have stayed on that land for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, sometimes for generations together. And they are finding it extremely difficult to combat the cheating from the builder as and when it happens. And RERA Act doesn't even cover them and tells them if they go to RERA, they say that no, you are the existing residents, and the RERA covers only the person who pays the money and to buy a flat and enters into an agreement to buy a flat with the developer. So where do these people go? The Consumer Act is a place where we thought we could go and address our grievances and get certain positive results. The Consumer Act came into being to protect the consumer of any nature whatsoever. Whether it is a consumer who's buying items or commodities, or whether it is a consumer who is letting a developer to develop the property on which he lives, the land of which is either owned or leased out to him, or a tenant on a property with tenancy rights where the developer is taking over the property from the landlord and promising the tenant that he would reconstruct. The Consumer Act in its original phase would not be applicable for Mumbai because the earlier Consumer Act says that any property of dispute which is more than 1 crore rupees would go to Delhi. The jurisdiction would be in Delhi. It cannot be settled at the level of the state. Now, taking Mumbai, even the remotest corner of Mumbai in Dahisar near the railway station, the selling price is between 15,000 and 16,000 rupees. At 15,000 and 16,000 rupees, anyone buying a flat of 600 or 700 square feet exceeds the limit of 1 crore, and hence a person who is aggrieved with the developer, if he is a tenant or he is an occupant and he occupies a flat of 400 square feet and is entitled to 700 square feet, then the price of that would be more than 1 crore, and hence he would be told that you have to go to Delhi. For a resident of Mumbai to go to Delhi and go there to the National Consumer Forum and argue before them is well nigh impossible, because you have if there are 10 hearings, you have to go 10 times, the price of going, the price of staying, the cost of food, and then you have to go there, and you cannot afford the fees of a lawyer, and hence there is no chance that these people would go. The Consumer Act has since been amended. We approached the government, we said 1 crore is too little. price to pay, so it should be more. Now the limit of deciding at the state level has been increased to 10 crores. So any flat which is less than the price of 10 crores and there is cheating, then it can be decided at the level of the Maharashtra state on a consumer forum. However, the developers have taken a stand that you cannot fight for one particular flat. The same rules and same regulation and the same norms and same terms apply to all the flats. So if there are 3 or 4 flats and their combined value becomes more than 10 crores, then the developer says that now this person has to go to Delhi. Now, so it has then to be argued, and at the State Consumer Forum, they have to take a positive view, and it causes a lot of hardships to the people. The Consumer Act has also come up with a very funny kind of a clause which says that irrespective of what the price is, the jurisdiction will be decided on the basis of the money paid by the buyer of the flat. Now, almost all the development in Mumbai is redevelopment. Either it is the slum where the slum dweller lives on the land. If it is an old and dilapidated cessed building, if there are tenants living in the building on the land belonging to a private landlord. If it is Mada colony, then it is the earlier tenants of Mada who are now ownership basis, where the land has been conveyed to them and they are developing the property, wherein they are owners of the land, but still they are developing the property, and hence they don't pay. The members who are living, or members of cooperative society who are living on government lands, are lessees of government, and their land can be converted into freehold, but there too they don't really pay any amount to the developer. They get free houses. The people living in private cooperative housing societies also get free houses. So if the Consumer Act says that your jurisdiction will be based on the money that you pay the developer, here in redevelopment there is no money that is paid to the developer. On the contrary, the developer has to pay the society and its members the rent, the shifting charges, the corpus, the construction. So the member doesn't pay. But by definition under the Consumer Act, the consumer should have paid the money to the person against whom there is grievance. So if the consumer has not paid any money, then again the jurisdiction is an issue. So the Consumer Act, which is essentially there to protect the rights of the consumer, due to the new amendments to the Consumer Act, has become very controversial and may land the consumers in a situation, land the slum dweller in a situation of SRA, land the resident of the cooperative housing societies on government land in a situation, land the residents of cooperative housing societies on private land, the resident of Mada colonies living on lands conveyed by Mada, or the tenants living in old and dilapidated buildings, because they do not pay any amount to the developer. Without the paying of any amount to the developer, can they be treated as a consumer? The developer says that because they have not paid me any money, or they are not supposed to pay me any money, they are not the consumer. I am supposed to give them the service, so they cannot go against me. So in some cases, the developer puts up an argument that all the flats put together are under the same norms, and so all of them put together go beyond 10 crores, and hence the jurisdiction is Delhi, and so the Maharashtra Consumer Court cannot look at these cases. On the other hand, the developer says that since the cooperative society and the members for whom I am doing the redevelopment have not paid me anything. Under the new amendment, they are not covered and they will not be allowed to move the Consumer Act. However, what the builder says may not necessarily be accepted by the consumer court. The consumer can still go and argue before the consumer court that the builder is cheating, not just in providing the services, not just in delaying the project, not just in creating innumerable hurdles in the path of the consumer, but also in denying him a right to go before the consumer court and argue his matter. So the Consumer Act, on one hand, the RERA Act needs to be amended to protect the consumer. On the other hand, the Consumer Act needs to be amended completely and totally to ensure that all redevelopment schemes are covered by the Consumer Act, and that any tenant or any society member of lands belonging to either the government or the MADA or private lands, or a slum dweller living on a land belonging to the government or private where he has a slum, every one of them should have a right as a consumer to go to the consumer court, and the jurisdiction should not be denied to them just because they have not paid the money. So the consumer in Mumbai and around Mumbai and in most places in Maharashtra is deprived of his rights to get justice from the Consumer Act, from the RERA Act. The government has to look into the matter. The central government is responsible for making changes in the Consumer Act. The state government can make changes in the RERA Act. The central government's guidelines on the RERA Act, if they are inadequate, the state can inform the center that the RERA guidelines are inadequate and they need to be revised or changed. But there is a basic change of mindset which is required on the part of the government, both at the center and the state, and the view should be to give sufficient scope for those who are cheated to go to an appropriate forum for justice, and that forum should give adequate justice, adequate chance for the person to make his say and do justice to the person. Unless this happens, there is going to be anarchy. And once the people feel cheated, and then as a group, the people decide to revolt, then the government will have hell to pay. We already have seen a situation wherein the farmers feel extremely aggrieved, rightly or wrongly, about the situation. They feel that the laws made by government are inadequate to protect them. On the other hand, the laws made in the form of RERA or in the form of Consumer Act are also not adequate to protect the urban poor and the urban middle class and the persons residing in the urban area. So on one hand, the rural area, the farmers seem to be aggrieved. On the other hand, the residents of the urban area feel that justice is not being done to them. The government should realize and see the writing on the wall and make changes to the Consumer Act, make basic changes to the RERA Act to protect the consumer, to protect every single individual, because housing is more or less a fundamental right, and every individual has a right to adequate shelter, and to protect them is the duty of the government, be it at the state or the center. With this is Chandrasekhar Prabhu bidding you au revoir, promising you that we shall be back with more posts. Please comment on our post. Please reply to our post. Give your comments. We shall be very happy to reply to you. And with this, bye for now.